Okay, all right. Rima, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's discuss on the new listings today. Gurmeet Chadha, Managing Partner and CIO at Complete Circle, joins us, and Dipan Mehta as well is still with us. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining to talk about these IPOs. Gurmeet, you go first. Sonia and me were discussing this yesterday. Those that didn't get, they'll be so depressed, that we missed out on such a great IPO, which is going to give bumper listing. But what about the guys who got in? For them, it's even more tricky. Imagine you get 50, 60, 80% on the first day. Then what do? Do you say, I'm a long-term investor, I want to stay in here? Or do you take some money off the table and have a good party over the weekend?
Actually, Gurmeet and Dipan both have big smiles on their face. So let's ask them whether they got a lot.
Did y'all get? Have you? Any of y'all have got? Gurmeet, what about you?
No.
Unfortunately, no. But we are going to apply around pre-open. Let's see.
No, that's the point. That's the point, right? I mean, even on a pro rata basis, people have not got, first of all. Those who got would have got how much? Yeah. So you're basically looking at, even if it lists as a 400 rupee premium, it's nothing. So actually the question is whether you buy after a 400 point, not take profit, because, it's a small, based on the subscription levels.
What would your profit be anyway?
You've not gotten very much.
Prashant's given us his verdict. Guys, what do you all take? We were talking about movies earlier today from Munna Bhai. I remember that. What's the procedure to change your classroom over here? What is the procedure to start getting in these IPOs? Because a lot of them are giving you a lot of bump up in terms of listing only. But Gurmeet, on a serious note, tell us, what do you do?
So Nigel, I think we expect a stellar listing. We'll probably go staggered. I have a very strong view on digital engineering and ERD capabilities being built by them. If you see, they work with top 7 of the auto OEM ERD spenders. They work with top 5 on the energy ERD spenders. They recently got empaneled with Airbus, which gives them a lot of leeway on the aerospace side. In fact, they reverse engineered some parts for Air India when they were converting their planes to cargo planes. And they are on the complete value chain. So also what I like is their geography specific strategy. So they are on the EV side on China. They are working on, with the defense and aerospace space in France. And in Germany, they are working on the software embedded capabilities, which is what KPIT and others does. So they are on the complete value chain, great brand. And I respect for Tata Group. They could have priced this much higher, considering the valuations and which peers are. But this is what they are. And that's why there's so much of respect for them. So we want to apply in a staggered way, maybe try and get about 1% of the portfolio. Maybe today, if we are lucky, if there is no upper freeze. And then maybe, once the euphoria settles, if there is any negative market reaction to some events non-related to the company, maybe build on more. But very core portfolio stock with us. We've benefited a lot on KPIT. We also got benefited due to Tata Motors moving up post the IPO. So we are not complaining much, to be honest.
Gurmeet, when you say apply, you mean buy now, right? Buy in a staggered way.
Absolutely. We will try and buy something today, whatever little we get, as I said, a function of what price. We'll try and see if we can get something to pre-open. But let's see. As I said, I want to build it up over a period of time. So I don't have a listing view or 1 month view on it. Probably have a 5-year view on this.
It came to the market at, I think, about 28 times earnings, 1 year forward earnings, as compared to whatever 80 times which KPIT was trading at, and of course Tata Elixir, which is also expensive. But if it opens at whatever 800, 900, some are saying 4 digits, you basically are looking at that gap, largely getting close. It'll go up to about 55, 56 times or whatever in terms of forward earnings, maybe a little bit more. So we'll see. Dipan, same question to you. By the way, there are 2 other listings as well. There's Gandhar Oil, which makes its debut, which also, by the way, got a very strong response. Fedfina was the only one where there was not very much participation or excitement.
Yeah, that's right. But I think the entire limelight will be, of course, Tata Technologies. And, I agree with what Gurmeet has said, that if you want, it's a great company. And really appreciate that even when the entire industry was going through a lot of stress, this company has reported good earnings. In fact, the numbers are slightly better than even Tata Elixir for that matter. So I think that it will trade at premium multiples, and it's best to stagger your purchases. And maybe 6 months down the line, when dust has settled down and volatility has reduced, and if there's a correction in the market, that's a good entry point. But this is a company really worth watching. And if you look at the entire spectrum of verticals within the tech space, this auto OEMs, aviation are the ones where we expect least amount of tech spending cuts per se. And in fact, the demand from there is going to keep on increasing because of the disruption taking place over there. So very positive on Tata Tech. And Let's see how one can get into this stock, maybe on listing or maybe a few weeks or few months down the line.
Okay. There are so many of these big companies, right? I mean, there's IRIDA as well. So I wanted your thoughts on that, Dipan. People, I mean, the listing was big bang, but post-listing now, post the rally that we've seen, does it still make sense to buy? Because according to me, this is a huge long-term story. I mean, the largest green financing business in India, mini Navratna company, strong growth compared to peers. So despite the rally, would you buy something like IRIDA?
No, not really. I think, my experience with IPOs has been to best look at them 6 to 12 months down the line. You have the, 2-3 quarter numbers have come through, better understanding of the company, what their communication is. And overall, I think the euphoria has died down, and therefore P multiples also do tend to subside. And many more than often, I have noticed that, 1 or 2 quarters immediately after listing are not all that great for whatever reason. So I just have to wait and watch. All I can say is that, the markets are getting more and more interesting, and we're getting a lot more choice in terms of investment themes and good quality companies which are getting listed. So that's great news, I think, from an investor's perspective, because you will have ideas even when the market is correcting. Some more companies will do even better, and great quality businesses are being listed. So more the choice, the better it is to generate the alpha.
Thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining in and giving us your view on these IPOs. We appreciate it. Wishing you a good day ahead.
Nigel, what they say about IPOs, right? I mean, the old abbreviation of IPOs, it's probably overpriced. Very.
Did you just make that up?